Hi guys, and welcome to my review of Good Boy. This is a movie directed by Ben Leonberg in his directional debut, and it was a movie that I had heard quite a lot of buzz about because I had heard quite a few people talk about it on from indie film festivals and stuff like that. So, and it got some real good positive buzz from those from that feedback. Essentially this is this is a indie horror film that basically casts the director's real life dog Indy at the forefront of this movie, essentially making him the protagonist. And it's basically him. He is accompanying his owner, who is struggling with his own issues, and we basically following them as they move into this house, and it certainly appears that there's kind of spooky goings on, and we're essentially following the dog around as he's trying to kind of investigate these supernatural occurrences and protect his owner. And this is essentially an idea that I just really loved. I just thought this had such a unique idea that we have this supernatural haunted house movie, a horror movie in general, that is shot from the perspective of a dog. I believe that this idea allegedly came about after the director was watching the original Poltergeist and noticed that dogs tend to react to spooky goings on before humans do. And yeah, I just think that it's just such a really genius concept because we all kind of like have that where we kind of have basically where we kind of like have dogs or animals who are just kind of like staring at seemingly something, and you're just kind of like, can they see something we can't, or are they just operating on another plane, or what is actually going on? So I think that this concept just works so well, and it's so refreshing and it's so unique. This was, and it does kind of make you wonder why this concept hadn't been done before. Although I believe this movie was shot over a period of like about 3 years. It was like a long shoot, and that kind of makes sense because obviously there is a lot of kind of dog work in this movie. So it kind of like so you could imagine that this. I don't know if this is the case, but you could easily imagine this scenario of being a case where they kind of like had to shoot this movie as and when they could, So yeah, maybe there's a reason, maybe from the production hindrances idea of doing a concept like this that maybe kind of like explains why it hasn't been done more. But yeah, like I said, this also is another thing that actually endears me towards this movie, because it just feels like such a labor of love, to have a director that's obviously got this concept and is evidently stuck through so much, and obviously has clearly shown a lot of commitment and passion and loyalty to this project, almost as much as Indy the dog has to his owner. So yeah, it just kind of so to kind of like be able to go through all that is just kind of like another really endearing concept. And another factor of this movie that I really like as the film unfolds is that you have this moment, because you're following essentially this horror film from the POV of a dog. You have these moments where they are just acting obviously very differently to how a human would be, where it's much more instinctive, it's much more primal. But you have all these other moments as well where they do act more like human, where they do act more frightened, where they are trying to kind of hide away, and you kind of really see that humanity seep through with this dog. And it just makes you really kind of like endeared. And again, it's just such a really nice idea, because again, you have this, I think we all kind of like have this, sometimes we some of us can have this sort of like almost little sensibility, I suppose, where we're more where we're a bit more sensitive about animals in horror movies, children as well, babies. We all kind of like have those kind of like sensibilities where we'll react, where if a dog dies or if a child dies, we'll react kind of like differently to that, to how we are when all these adults died. You know what I mean? How many of us have been kind of like been watching this and go, for all the kill counts that there is, that a movie has, if a dog dies or if a cat dies or whatever, then it's kind of like a deal breaker, for us. So it kind of like, so to put the dog at the forefront of this, it just works so well. Do you know what I mean? Because it helps just to engage and endear the audience to our protagonist, and it's just such a refreshing and innovative take on the horror genre. I think I just think it's I honestly cannot heap enough praise on this movie. It's a really digestible film as well. It's only a really possibly the shortest film I've seen, certainly in a good long while. I think this movie is only about an hour and a quarter, and that's probably with credits as well. It's a really short one, but it doesn't feel like it's cut short. It doesn't feel like it's overstaying its welcome neither. It does feel like just the right. Like I said, there are kind of, as innovative as this idea is, there are drawbacks to it, where it does feel like maybe there's certain aspects of the storytelling or whatever that are kind of hindered when you do a POV like this. But yeah, and this is kind of like why I think that this real short running time just kind of like fits it perfectly as well. So yeah, on the whole, guys, really impressed by this movie, and like I said, this is a directional debut, so it's made me kind of keep an eye out on what Ben Leonberg is going to be doing next, if he chooses to follow this up in any way. Yeah, just definitely one to watch, I think. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. If you like this video and you want to see more, don't forget to ring a bell for notifications. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and yeah, let me know down in the comment section what you guys thought, if you've seen this movie. And yeah, just until next time, you guys take care of yourselves.